Hey, what's up, guys? My name is Dr. Boyce Watkins, and I wanted to tell you guys something real quick that was just on my brain this morning. A lot of people make the mistake of assuming that a rich person is automatically a successful person. Particularly, when I think about our community, when we look at people who we consider to be role models or successes in the community, it usually comes down to how much money they have, or maybe if they're famous. We tend to look at that and say, okay, that's success. They then go speak to kids in an elementary school and say, kids, if you grow up and become just like me, you could be successful too. And then kids start to emulate that behavior, no matter what the behavior is, right? And I think you know where I'm going with this, but when I think about hip hop and I think about some of the minstrel shows that we see in hip hop, and you see some rapper who, has unfortunately, he's been promoting drug addiction. He's been promoting murder of other black people. He's been promoting financial irresponsibility. He's been promoting extreme disrespect of women. He's been promoting ignorance in the black community. And then that kid becomes a role model for other younger kids. Let's say he's 24, 25. The kids are 9, 10. They're looking up and saying, I want to be just like him. Next thing you know, half the little black boys in class want to be rappers, whereas in a class full of Chinese students, maybe half of them want to be engineers or whatever, right? So here's my point. The thing you got to really consider is that in America, the minstrel show will always get you paid. Minstrel shows will always be popular because when you look at that rapper who has all this money and he's driving the fancy cars and all that, well, where did he get the money? Well, he got the money mostly from white folks who paid him to play out a minstrel act. They paid him to duplicate a stereotype. They paid him to act like a clown. So let me give you an analogy to help you understand why this affects black people differently from the way it affects white people. Because a lot of people will say, well, white kids listen to hip hop too, and they're affected just like us, and it's not the same. Let me explain. Imagine that you have you're in the Cotton Club in 1920, and you got a black guy on the stage, and he's doing the whole coon dance. Ooh, yeah, boss, whatever, right? Just whatever, the whole minstrel show. And so he's making a lot of money to do this minstrel show. And in the audience, there's a white man who's sitting with his family, and they're clapping it up, and they're like, oh my God, that boy is so good. That boy is so talented. Oh my goodness, I love him. Oh, I love Chicken Charlie. He's so funny. And the black busboy who wants to become somebody who can't become a businessman like the white guy because America won't necessarily let him do it, or he doesn't know how to do it, but he sees the black man on stage. And here's what the little boy is seeing. He's seeing the black man on stage getting paid, getting money, which makes him an automatic role model in his head. So he wants to imitate that behavior. And then he's also looking at this white family and seeing how excited they are to see Chicken Charlie do his chicken dance and how much money they're going to pay Chicken Charlie in order to do his chicken dance. So the little boy, the black boy, grows up and says, I want to be just like that guy on stage. The white kids aren't saying that. The white father isn't saying that. They're getting entertainment from it. The black kid is looking at this as a career path. So this is where minstrel shows become profitable and very dangerous. And this is where we have to kind of understand this dynamic. And you have to be really careful when you place a label on anybody where you say that is a successful black person. Are they successful because they did something truly intelligent? Are they successful because they're a good person? Are they successful because they did something for the black community on a massive, epic level, right? If you went and spent $1 million on Gucci, did you also go and invest $1 million into your old neighborhood to give people affordable housing or whatever, right? So ultimately, and then also you got to look at the work. If the work is destructive, it doesn't matter if you give away good money by doing dirty work. It's no different from the drug dealer who would sell crack and cocaine or crack and heroin to the community all year and then give away turkeys at Thanksgiving. And then we say, oh, that's a good guy. He's here for the hood. No, he's really not, because he might spend his spare time doing good things, but he spends his majority of his time doing bad things. So you just kind of have to understand the difference. And minstrel shows are really profitable. So be really careful, because America, I keep telling you guys this, the white man has all the money. So if you measure black success solely by how much money somebody makes, you're almost always going to support, or you're always going to have the most faith in and the most admiration of people who are doing the most to support a very racist system, because that racist system sprinkles money on those who fulfill their agenda, not your agenda. That's it. That's my 2 cents. I'm out of here, guys. I hope you guys have a great day. I'm Dr. Boyce Watkins. Feel free to go to my website, boycewatkins.com, if you want to learn more about financial literacy and everything else. I'm about to get on this airplane. I love y'all. Peace.